Any interesting news first while doing that? Hey, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. My goodness, I can't believe that this is the last week of Ramadan and possibly my last live stream before I see you again on my live stream during Raya, which I've committed myself to thanks to YouTube and Google. I'm just checking on everyone. Are you okay? I was in the midst of gonna IG story this, but I'm just gonna leave this alone because I'm gonna be focusing on you guys, because we've got an array of really interesting guests. Some of them are newfound friends, acquaintances, and some old friends who I've just managed to get together at the 11th hour to be able to come up with this show today. How change is the hashtag new norm. And just before we go into our guests, it's interesting because I normally check the headlines on what's the latest just so that we can be kept abreast on what's happening around the world, or to be more concise, locally. And it's good because I just saw this article by Dr. Ria Muhammad Hanafia, the COVID-19 Chronicles, the changes we should aim to keep, which is something that is very, very apt with the topic of today and how if we're gonna make things change, it has to start with you. So I like this paragraph that she mentions how, you know, after the MCO was eased off a little bit, it took her a while for her and the kids to, you know, get used to the new normal because they're so used to staying safe at home that it was a little bit funny that when she finally walked out of her apartment and the kids had a bit of playtime outside. And she said that, you know, there's a lot of changes that's taking place, and but webinars open doors to theatres, remote teaching and learning have spurred interactive online activities. Forms have been submitted instead of approved via email. So there's a lot of improvement in terms of using technology. Everyone's going digital now, but the only downside to this new norm is the painful disparity seen between, of course, the urban and the rural internet access, which I will address with one of my guests, because I was actually one of his guests for his show, and then we just couldn't proceed because the internet was so slow. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my wonderful guests who have said yes to the show today. First and foremost, we have Razlan Dawood, the director of Ideas. Actually, I don't even know if that's how I pronounce it. All this while, I've been, his MC for his events, and I just say AHeM, but I don't know if it means AHeM in that per se. I'll ask him later on. We have Farish Aziz. I last saw him. We were traveling together to Vietnam. He's the station manager for KK12 FM. He was the dude that I was talking about me being on his show with one of his radio announcers. We've got Adrin. Yes, all together. Semua masuk terus. We've got Adrin, or I know him as Macha. A lot of people know him. If you are a diver, you will know Macha. You mention the name Macha, everyone would know him, okay? So we've got Macha in the house, as well as a newfound friend who gave me a really, really sucky machine to try out, and I love it. We've got Stefanie in the house. She is the co-founder of Unicorn Cleaners KL. Hi guys! It's nice and warm and cozy here. Everyone's getting to know each other as we speak. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Thank you for having us.
First and foremost, can you guys believe that it's already been exactly, a little bit more over 2 months already since the MCO was implemented? Gila kan?
Very crazy actually. Time has passed by quite fast despite the MCO for Ramadan.
For Ramadan, yes, I agree. But the first 2-3 weeks, I felt like, oh my God, when is this gonna be over? Because I'm not used to being with the kids all the time.
24/7.
I know what I mean.
It's changing now that we are used to the MCO instead.
Macha, your mic is on mute.
Alright,
okay, now dah okay. Itulah I'm like, kenapa tak dengar Macha ni? Alright, we're gonna we're gonna just try and get everybody to say a little bit of something, okay? The topic today is about how change. We need to be adaptable. We need to be flexible. It's been just crazy, not just here in Malaysia, but all around the world. We're all adapting financially. We're facing the brunt also. Let's start with Razlan first. Ground events, of course. I've been your MC for a couple of events, and the events company has really hit it hard also. That's the reason why I'm getting affected, because I'm a freelance MC. Yep. How was it for you? I started feeling the pinch actually during the travel ban. And then, of course, there was the political uncertainty, because suddenly, tukar minister, tak boleh launch pula minister ni, because, hey, we got a new government. And then the MCO happened. What about you guys?
Well, hi. First of all, I want to say hello to everyone. Very honored to be here. Thank you very much. With regards to the change that we are all going into, which is the new norm, I will not deny the fact that the events industry has taken a big hit, because fundamentally events is all about getting people together, people experiencing the product, experiencing the brand, touch, feel, creating brand awareness. So this has changed, since now it has been said that everyone needs to keep their social distancing. There's not going to be any more gathering allowed for the next probably 6 months to a year.
Another 6? Shoot. Okay.
Depending on the situation and depending on how things go.
Right.
However, having said that, I think that everyone is going through this change right now, and once everyone starts getting used to it, the events industry will bounce right back again. I feel personally.
Feel personally?
Yes. A good example would be this. For example, prior to this, everyone, when they were going to go make a phone call or type a message, they would pick up the phone and call or use WhatsApp. But the feature of using a video call was always there, but no one used it, right? But right now in the MCO, everyone is doing a video call. Why?
That's true.
because they are getting used to the new norm. So video call is something which is acceptable right now. Doesn't matter what time.
Rindu to see the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Rindu to see the face, that's true.
So yes, correct. You're right. You're absolutely right. So the mindset is slowly starting to shift, and I feel that it all depends on the client side right now on whether or not they are brave this new norm.
I know you missed the outside lah, but your background you had to choose the lalang there at the back, is it?
Grass is always green on the other side.
For the benefit of Steph, who might not understand what lalang is, weed. Okay, not that sort of weed, but grass.
City fan, lalang.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Razlan, just the other day, I think Steph was at my house when this happened. I was doing a live. How for the first time I was emceeing a live launch. And that's probably going to be the new norm now, right? Are you guys going to go towards that direction as an events agency?
Well, I think what we are doing right now at the moment is we are proposing all of these new norms to our clients.
Okay.
Because, fundamentally, when you do an event, actually on our side, nothing much has changed apart from the event being done on ground itself. So everything else stays the same. What we tell our clients is this, if you want to have an event, you want to invite your guests, you still can. Everyone will just start viewing it online. But the difference here is, you will still need someone to run the entire event flow, which is an MC. And in this particular case, it's nothing new that you have done. The only difference here is you'll probably be doing it at the comfort of your own home.
I know, I can be wearing something all glamorous on top, but downstairs I'm wearing my slippers and everything. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So that is probably something that you foresee for the next 6 to a year from now, right?
Yes, that's right. I think that is definitely gonna happen, and I think it is also about as I mentioned earlier on, it's about the new norm. It's about whether you're ready to adapt. I mean, I'll be honest, the first time I started my meetings on Zoom, it was a mess, finding this button, finding that button. But look, right now, I can change my background. And in fact,
can I change it to something else? Because the lalang part, it's not...
Okay, so I'll show you.
I miss traveling. Do you have anything in travel?
Oh, yes, I do. Hang on.
Yeah.
So at the moment right now, it's okay. I'm
Puan-puan dan puan-puan, kita akan mendarat sebentar saja lagi.
Itu dia.
So this is exactly what I'm saying. Once you get used to it, once you know how to use certain new products that you're exposed to, you can do anything that you want.
Yeah, you can be first class talking to us. You're like I don't want to say Donald Trump. I'm going to say you're like Obama. All right. Well, thank you, Lan. We're gonna now speak to Adrin, aka Macha. Sabah's tourism sector has been the hardest hit. There's a survey being done, and this is because in Sabah alone, dia punya turis tu ramai from China, from Taiwan, Korea, and they just stopped tourists coming there. So my friends who own dive centers there are all badly hit, from Sipadan to KK. Macam mana kau? How about you? How about Seamonkey Dive Center? I know you're in operations and stuff, and how has it been for tourism for your side?
But wait, hold on. I think he's an 80s rock legend, okay? Didn't you know that?
Yes. Okay, this is just for you.
Yes!
Just a little background for those of you. This is a personal joke. Macha actually was part of this underground band many years ago. I just have to say many years ago. And he actually started diving. He's actually a PADI master instructor because you were lepaking, you went fishing, then you were managing some chalets. Don't know how you decided to become an instructor, and voila, here you are with Seamonkey.
Betul tak? Island dream. That's it. That's the catch, actually.
The hippie life, love it.
I thought you want to say dia main band underwater now.
He does. He takes really excellent shots underwater. He's also an underwater photographer and videographer. Yeah. So Macha, how is it? I mean, is that done? No more. You can't. Is there? There's no visitors lah. No diving allowed. What's happening?
In Semenanjung itself, the problem is everybody's still uncertain on how can we run this. The SOPs, and then Vita, MITI, Motec has already come out with guidelines.
Okay.
Okay, so that's for the room section, traveling section and everything.
Right.
But people are still freaked out to travel right now, and it's going to take some time for people to go out diving. Currently, we are offering online e-learning courses.
Oh wow. Oh, that means get all the